Welcome to Corrections Reflections Podcast, a platform dedicated to individuals who've experienced incarceration. When I was 19 years old, I made a decision that would change my life. Eventually, I would find myself in prison. And when I got out, I made it my mission to help give those who faced incarceration a voice. If you haven't already got my book, you can find it on Amazon. The name of the book is Guilty, the story they never told.
Let's talk about coming out of prison and reentry. We're going to give our life experiences and then what we've learned and how we had to deal with it. So maybe it can help somebody in the future. But let's get to it. We're going to talk about normalism. How did we deal with life coming out of prison? Was it normal? Did we just jump back into everyday life, or was it a struggle? As for me, my first time, it wasn't normal. I came home still with the mentality of that prison lifestyle. I was looking for breakfast early in the morning. I was still used to getting up, but I was still eating noodles, making spreads for myself. My family was looking at me like I'm crazy, like I'm institutionalized, but it's just something that I learned how to live with and became a part of who I was. Like I said, who I was. Looking for a job or anything like that, I don't really think that I was really focused on that right away. Going to prison the first time really taught me how to be a better criminal. So maybe I wasn't all the way ready to walk the straight and narrow right away. So I would say coming out the first time, it wasn't normal for me. But my second time, I already had a job in place. So I was already integrated into society. So it was really easy for me. I was already out working with people and working. I already had an everyday job to where I had that type of structure. So for me, it was normal. My first day out, I was ready to get back to work. I had to work the next day. So for me, it was just about getting money and paying bills. So I can say that about my experiences for reentry when I first got out. Go ahead, Will. What about yours? Do you have any stories or anything you can let the people know on how to deal with normalism and being back out to the real world?
I don't know, it's really not normal getting out of prison or when you're getting out of incarceration.
Yeah.
Everyone normalizes like it's supposed to be normal, but it's not really normal.
Yeah.
I mean, the first time I got out, I attempted to do right, but also when you're incarcerated, you learn a different lifestyle. They push rehabilitation, they don't really follow through with rehabilitation.
Yeah.
So they just kick you out and expect you to live life normally.
Yeah.
When I got out, I got a job, but the streets called my name, and I went through them.
Yeah.
When I went to prison after I got out, I decided to grow up. Really, I had a son and shit, so I decided that I needed to be bigger.
Yeah, fatherhood is key. It was key to me.
Yeah, so we let that puppy in, bro.
Oh, yes, sir. Ready. Yeah, like you said, fatherhood was key. It was key to me too. My kids, my loved ones, everybody that stood by me. That was key for me to be able to come back home and try to walk straight and narrow.
Yeah. I grew up a lot after after prison. Y'all see the puppy? Yeah, I grew up a lot after prison. It takes a lot. It takes a lot. Getting out's not normal. It's hard. It's hard to come back to society. You gotta get a job, you know.
What is harder, coming back into society or actually doing time in prison?
Coming back into society.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, prison's the easy part.
Yeah, I agree. Once you get used to it, you adapt to it. It becomes easy. I mean, the hardest part is people doing the time with you.
Which would you say was harder, county or prison?
County, definitely county.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Why?
Bro, it's like you don't get no fresh air. Yeah, you barely get fed.
You're just trapped.
Yeah, bro, and you're with everybody like in sardines in a can.
Yeah.
It's like shoulder to shoulder.
Hey, it smells like ass. Everybody on bean day.
Bro, ass.
Ass.
You never forget that smell too. When you go to jail or prison, you'll never forget the first smell, A&R. You're like, oh shit, and it just sticks with you for life. Like, man.
It smells like you when you get out.
Yeah, it does. You smell like jail. You smell like prison. Yeah, let's go into our next one. Hyper awareness, anxiety issues or anything like that. Did you catch yourself checking the room when you walk in or watching people that get behind you too close still?
Oh yeah. Hey, I'll tell you a good story after I got out of prison. I went to church with my family, my mom and dad, and at church, everyone, they do like greetings and shit.
Yeah,
they shake your hand. Yeah, and everyone saw me, and everyone was real happy to see me and shit. And I was not okay. I was not okay. I was going through it.
They had you like a monster.
Oh my gosh.
Or at least you feel like
that. They was all, well, yeah. It was just that prison feeling, you know? You don't let people get too close.
And then, you don't really like being out around a lot of people either.
Yeah, and then when everyone got around me, I was like, oh shit.
So you see, like, getting out and going to town and going to the store. And afterwards, you're like, shit, I really just chilled at the house.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew those people weren't going to attack me or nothing, but it was still real anxious.
Yeah.
My heart was racing. Just nerve-wracking, a nerve-wracking feeling.
Bro, whenever I got to the halfway house, it was our first time being let out in society. I got to get my license. And they let me out like 5 o'clock in the morning. I had to wait till, they didn't even open up till like 8 o'clock. So I was out there wandering around free for a couple of hours until I got in line to get my license, right? So I walk out there, bro, it's like culture shock. I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, man, I feel like I ain't never been in the world like a fish out of water.
Yeah.
I went everywhere I went, somebody rode by me, I stopped, looked behind me, put my back on the wall, just like, somebody gonna try to get me.
After I got out of prison, I ran into a little bit of trouble in Omongi at the bar. Me and my ex-wife. So her friend invited her to the bar. She extended the invite to me, and I was like, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
And I really wasn't trying to let my wife go either.
Yeah.
But she talked me into it. So I went, get to the bar. It's still daylight outside. It's like 7. It's still daylight outside. And there's a few people in there, and they're all like, like my color.
Yeah.
And it was at the VFW in Omongi.
Damn, y'all was there till daylight?
Well, no. Yeah, well, alright, so like, it was like 7 p.m.
Yeah, 7 p.m.
Yeah.
My bad. I'm thinking about the wrong daylight. I'm thinking about in the morning. Like, damn, y'all was up all night. Yeah.
7 p.m. It was still daylight outside.
Yeah, okay, my bad.
And the sun started going down. And the darker it got, the later it got, the more people started showing up.
Yeah.
And they were mostly black people.
Yeah.
And it started from like white, kind of like white people music.
Yeah.
Rap, country, country.
Yeah.
And then whenever the black people rolled in, it was all rap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All hood music. And then the lights came on. They started putting the lights on.
Yeah.
Girls were out there dancing, you know. And then my wife, she was like, "Can I go?" I was like, "Yeah, you can go." And she started dancing.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm a pretty little guy, right?
Yeah.
Pretty little guy. 160.
Yeah.
These guys, like all these black guys, started hitting on my wife. And
no.
she kept trying to tell them, "Oh, I'm married, you know. I'm married.
Yeah.
And
Nobody trying to respect it.
yeah, like it wasn't my place to really say anything or anything.
Yeah.
She had that. She was doing pretty good. And they wouldn't leave her alone. So it kept on, bro, like everybody. There was a lot of people in there.
Damn.
And everyone that tried to hit on her was black. It was mostly all black people in there.
Yeah.
And she kept telling them no. They kept pushing up on, so I had to get involved. And I was like, "Hey, yo, you know, respectfully, back up." And they didn't like it. And she went off to the bathroom. And she came back. And when she came back, I was fighting.
You already fighting?
So when she went to the bathroom, yeah, she came back pissed. She went off to the bathroom, and these two guys were playing pool. They were shooting pool.
Yeah.
And I was sitting at a little square table, and I was just drinking a beer, and I was just chilling. And they were talking. They were having a conversation just like this, and they were looking at each other, and then they was looking at me, and they would look at each other, and they would look back at me. And I could clearly see that they were talking about me.
Oh, yeah, you felt it.
Yeah, bro. So I stood up. I was like, "Yo, what's going on? I see you guys staring at me. What's going on?" They started talking shit. One of them swung, so I swung back, started fighting. Everyone got involved, bro. It was me against everyone. And then my wife came out. She was mad than a motherfucker. And then she was trying to keep everyone off of me.
Yeah.
And she ended up getting beat up a little bit.
Oh, damn.
She got bruised up a little bit.
Oh, damn it. Victim of circumstance.
Yeah, hey, she was trying to help me though.
I know. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get in there.
Yeah, they was all.
If I'm getting drunk, please help. Who's with me? Please help me.
They was Crips.
Yeah.
And they started set tripping on me, bro, because they were hitting on my wife. And I was like, bro,
Yeah,
that's my wife, you know what I mean? No, they started set tripping on me, like on the set.
Oh, yeah.
On the set, cuz. On the set, cuz.
You got that red on for, bro.
Yeah, on the set. And I was like, damn. So this big ass fight turned into like 11 people, bro. It was a big ass fight.
Oh, damn.
And when they started set tripping, I kind of panicked, right? I thought someone was gonna pull a gun. I thought my life was over. But I pulled a knife out, and everyone was like, "Whoa!" Everyone like tripping, like I'm in the wrong. Like what?
Yeah,
What do you
shit
mean?
cleared out,
Y'all set tripping and shit. Y'all on the set. Damn.
I can see you pull out the knife. And you
Yeah.
oh shit! Hold up. He got a knife.
Man, there was some blood dudes there too.
Yeah.
And I was actually in county with one of the blood dudes, and I was like, "Hey, yo." I was like, "What's up, man? Like, what's going on?"
He said, "Don't y'all got beef too?"
No, I know. I thought he was with them. I was like, "Bro, like, what's good?" And he was like, "Nah, man." I said, "Are you guys gonna jump in too?" And they was like, "No." It was like, "That's not on us."
Ain't y'all enemies already?
Yeah.
Get in.
That's probably why they didn't do nothing. They was backed up all the way to the car though. They was just watching.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, let's not even go over there.
Yeah. I don't know which side wants to recruit me after seeing me pull a knife on.
Oh, yeah.
Nah.
That's crazy. I guess this is to our next topic. So we're gonna talk about trust. You know, and being incarcerated cause you to have a lot of trust issues with people and with relationships and friends or so-called friends.
For sure. Being locked up, you learn who your friends are, you know, and you learn you don't got a lot.
You know how to identify real ones and fake ones too.
Yeah.
It's real easy. You can start not really judging people, but being able to read them. I guess.
I mean, what is a real friend though?
Yeah.
Because like, it's one thing for you to go through something. it's one thing for you to go through something, and then at the end, them tell you, "Oh man, I'm so glad you're out," or "Oh, I'm so proud of you."
Yeah.
After it's done, but
yeah.
shouldn't they have been proud of you before that? If they
Yeah.
was your friend, or shouldn't they have been there for you while you was down?
Yeah.
Or put money on the phone or on your account or send a letter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you learn who's real and who's not. But
yeah, I feel that. But think about it though. Sometimes for us being incarcerated, we can be mad at them and wonder why they didn't write us no letters or put no money on the phone, bro. But like life is
life be life.
Life goes by. You know, sometimes you can't. You just don't have time, or you just completely forget about a motherfucker. You know,
life be life.
It's not like you don't care about them, whatever. But you know, it just there's no room for it. I guess it's our mistakes. I guess it's part of the price we got to pay.
Right.
But still, if somebody hits you up for put money on the phone or write a letter, it's like I want somebody to write a letter to me. And it's like 2000. Fucking 16, 17, I don't think nobody's even writing no more. So I'm like, shit, technology's kicking in. So, fuck, send a text or something. They don't even send kites no more. Just send a text message. But yeah, so we can be mad, but then I can understand, shit, I can barely even see anybody else, besides my family. I take pride in being a part of everything. And so, life do be life. So,
life be life.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. Talk about, what about structure? Did it teach you any kind of structure? Did you build a good routine? Did you carry that over to the outside world?
I would say that prison was probably a pretty good beginning for me. Yeah. I mean, prison is horrible in every way, but you gotta find the beauty in things.
Yeah, you do.
And in prison, there is a lot of structure, and I had a lot of structure. I built a routine up at the same day every morning.
Did you build like a family environment with some people too? Like have kind of like structure together?
Yeah.
Or maybe would you do it on your own?
Man, like really on my own. No, because everyone's not on the same page.
Yeah.
We're not all on the same level as human beings, and some people are focused on other things, while others are focused on certain things.
Yeah. Not everybody has the same goal in mind when it comes to doing time.
Yeah, but no, I had a lot of good people in there. I could call family. I had this one neighbor. He was a Mexican.
Yeah.
He was down for trafficking. His name is Carlos. Man, I think he only did it one time. One time. They gave him 10 years.
Wow.
I think he did it day for day. But I had some Native brothers. Some Native brothers was real close with me, but like I said, not everyone's on the same page as you. Not everyone, they're not experiencing life the same way you are.
Yeah. What about being on that time frame where you had to eat this time every day? It was breakfast at 5:30 or whatever time y'all ate, or lunch at 12, dinner at 6. That type of structure. Being out in the free world, it's up to you what time you want to eat. you know, so you felt like you had to carry any of that structure into your daily living on the outside?
Um,
Or just, yeah.
I think nah.
You feel like
It's yeah. In the world, like you said, you get to eat whenever you want. So it's
yeah, do whatever you want when you want.
yeah, it's cool.
It's too much freedom. Is that dangerous for you, or do you feel like you can have you you handle it better now than you would back then?
Oh man, I'm having a blast right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You take that freedom for granted when you locked up.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel like I don't know. I feel like prison helped me in a weird way.
Yeah, I'm
Like
yeah.
I wasn't like in search of help or in need of help, but yeah, prison helped me. I would say it put me on a new beginning, if you will.
Oh yeah, you're a lot of writing.
A lot of writing.
Yourself?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Like two people or just like
No,
ten,
to,
like
to
daily
just to me.
journal?
Yeah, I like to. I used to like to rap, so I would write music.
Yeah, everybody write rhymes. Yeah.
And, yeah.
Yeah, I did that. That's all you can do. Read, write rhymes.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Yeah, shit should be cool. Just spit some in it.
Hey, I think some of that shit went pretty hard, bro.
Yeah,
Shit
hey,
just never got released.
hey, everybody. Did you keep some?
Nah.
I got on in a notebook. I got hidden
Yeah.
somewhere. I gotta find it though.
Shit, I could pull some stuff up.
Yeah, that was all because like I told you, me and George, we used to want to rap together. So we
Yeah.
were like, shit, let's make something happen. So I wanted to have some, material ready. So that I would write, read every day, try to feed my mind. It's hard to read on the outside, on the outs. So yeah, you got.
Yeah, it's hard. You got a lot to do,
You
huh?
got a lot to do, work.
Yeah.
And that meal isn't made for you, isn't prepared for you daily. You gotta cook this shit yourself.
Yeah. Ain't it?
Yeah. Hey, I'm cooking 3 meals a day sometimes, whatever. But I like to cook. But shit, if meals are prepped, whatever, you got plenty of time to go hit the gym in it.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. What about did it give you like an identity crisis? Our next topic is
An identity crisis.
yeah.
It probably helped me understand who I am.
Yeah.
It really helped me understand. It put me on the right path, man. And I wasn't a hoodlum. I wasn't a huge thug or nothing.
Yeah.
I was a small one, but I wasn't.
Yeah.
I wasn't really in need of saving, but thank God. Maybe I was in need of saving actually.
Yeah, I think so.
Thank the Creator that I
Oh.
ended up in the situation I ended up in, bro. I could have ended up in so much worse. Bro, it's honestly
the stuff you didn't get caught doing, or just by
yeah, but even the stuff that I did get caught doing, like I don't feel like it was serious, but since they were all gun charges, I feel like I should have done more serious time.
Yeah.
But I didn't. I was lucky. I mean, it was some big time, but it wasn't all that serious, bro.
For a gun, you figure you about to get the book thrown at you.
Yeah, bro, but like,
especially in Oklahoma.
Yeah. So I feel like I beat them. So because they was trying to give me 10 years.
Yeah.
And I was like, I think that would have been half violent.
Yeah,
It was a 50%.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
on that charge, anyway, the charge we got.
Yeah, so they were trying to give me 10, and I told them, I'll do 5 years in prison and 10 years on probation. And they was like, okay. And I was like, all right, bet. So like that. So after I got probation the first time, man, because I wasn't a hoodlum before I went to jail the first time.
Yeah.
So when I got probation the first time, my dumb ass should have completed it.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't into selling drugs. I wasn't into carrying guns. I wasn't into being a thug, bro. And so like I should have completed it. But being in jail,
yeah,
I was fighting the case. Man, my younger self, he was so immature. So I was fighting the case.
Mm-hmm.
I was 3 days away from trial, and I believe 100% I was gonna beat the case.
Yeah.
And I was 3 days from trial, and they offered me 10 years probation, and I took it.
Yeah.
Man, and I should have just stayed in jail for 3 more days, but 3 days is like a lifetime in jail.
Yeah.
And being in there for that whole year,
Yeah.
I just learned how to. I watched everything. Like, when you turn on the TV channel,
Yeah.
and it's a prison movie. That, bro, I don't know about you,
Yeah.
but I 100% love that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really
To this day.
I don't really do movies and stuff today, but I don't watch TV. But I'm very interested in the prison setting.
Yeah.
It's different.
Yeah, it's a whole nother world.
So whenever I was in jail and I just lived it, I felt like I was living a movie. Really,
Yeah.
It was fucking different.
So.
And just kind of learn how to be not really a bad guy, but a thug. Really, breaking the rules.
So prison will is way different from real world will.
Yeah. So in
Yeah,
prison, so two totally different people.
Yeah.
So in there, I'm known as Pac-Man.
Yeah.
I gained it in jail, and then I carried it to prison.
Yeah.
So they know me as Pac-Man.
Pac-Man's like Black Mamba, huh?
The Black Mamba. Two totally different people. Today, we have structure, we have greatness, dude. We're building amazing things here with Corrections Reflections, and it's awesome. And if anyone out there is looking for mentors, be sure to come our way. We'd be glad to help you. If you're searching for change, or if you need to be held accountable for anything, we got you.
Yes, sir. We do. So yeah, the person that was inside is nothing like the person that was on the outside. So same thing with me. You have to adapt and be something totally different, but you learn from that, and it helps you change even more when you get outside. Some things you got to do, whatever inside, just to make it.
What was the hardest thing for you getting out of prison? Was it getting a job, or was it finding relationships, or was it family, trust? What
What was good for me is I already had a solid relationship, good family support. They couldn't wait for me to get out. What was hard for me is that you build a family on the inside a little bit, so to leave them brothers behind. Some people make promises. I promise to look out for you, and then you just don't get to. That's kind of hard for me because I want to be held accountable for the things that I do, but that's not about who I am. I'm pretty sure they would understand. So just coming outside and reestablishing myself and my family, learning how to provide for them, and you can't fill the void that you left behind. You can't even try to make it up, but you can try to be better each and every day to just show who you are.
Yeah, leaving those brothers behind in prison is real hard, because you grow real relationships with them.
Yeah.
Those are the people that are closest to you.
And the people who want to help, people like them.
Yeah, you make promises, they make promises, and once you realize that you need growth, once you get a stable foundation and you understand that you need growth, everything that those brothers was talking about, it really goes to the back of your mind, because it's really not important anymore, and it's really sad because they're locked up, but you know what?
Yeah.
They did it, just like you did it, just like I did it. We did our own time,
What actually changes a person? Does prison change you?
No, I don't think prison changes you. I think it all starts inside your mind.
Yeah.
I think you have to change you.
Yeah.
Change doesn't come from motivation or inspiration. It comes from within. It comes from drive and direction. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. That's what we was talking about, the two different worlds, so it's a totally different person inside than you're on the outside. So it don't actually change who you are, you just have to adapt to the world you live in.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in and being a part of this channel. If you enjoyed this one, leave us a like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to follow us to stay connected. Follow us on TikTok at Corrections Reflections, and find the Guilty brand on Etsy at Corrections Co. This is Corrections Reflections with Will and Boo.